If you want your writing to be effective, just copy what everyone else is doing. Well, perhaps not exactly. But let's take a look at why things don't always have to be completely original. King Solomon is reported to have claimed, "There is nothing new under the sun." And when beginner writers remember this, they throw the notebook away. Everyone in my genre is already writing about this. What's the point? We write in a world where our words are increasingly torn apart for plagiarism, particularly in today's AI-driven content creation, where you just got ChatGPT to write that for you, is an accusation all too commonly heard. The thing is, Solomon kind of had it right, but it's not the problem that we think it is. Yes, there's a good chance that some of the ideas you've had have been written about before, but that's not the end of the matter. Not by a long way. Before we go on with today's topic, if you like calm, reassuring guidance, I share more of it in my weekly newsletter. It's another space for ideas and reflections that help you start building your first readers. If that feels useful, you can find it on Substack by going to writingontheinternet.com, and it's completely free. Let's get back to it. It's no secret that some of my favourite stories are the tales of Sherlock Holmes, and their creator, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, was one of the finest literary visionaries in all of our history. But it's also no secret that he took at least some of the ideas for Holmes and his famous deductive technique from the stories of Dupin written by Edgar Allan Poe. If Doyle can get away with it, I reckon we can too. I found something about writing and content creation in general that I was not expecting. It took me a good while to get my head around this. But looking back, I now see how building this into my own process completely transformed my writing. It took me from randomly firing topics at the screen, hoping to find something that my readers would love, to knowing that the thing I was writing about was already in demand, that people were waiting for my take on the subject. It's like this. How do children learn? By copying, by seeing what others are doing and having a go themselves. It's the same in any new job, whether you're a young apprentice or just someone coming to the role for the first time. You're asked to emulate what more experienced colleagues are doing. Why? Because the methods they use are time-tested and proven to work. And it can be the same with our writing. Rather than struggling to come up with something completely new and original, only to find that no one was actually interested in it anyway, take a look at what other authors in your space are having success with. You're not going to copy them directly, but what you can do is take some detail of what they've written and come up with your own take on it. After all, as the old, new saying now seems to be, people already have enough information, too much if anything, but what they do so desperately want to read is your angle, your insight, your experience, the joy or utter horror that you get from a particular topic. If you're struggling for ideas for your next article, take some time to do a bit of research before writing. There's a good chance that other creators in your genre have tackled most of the big issues, and unless you got up really early this morning, they've probably already published their take on any breaking news in your topic too. But no one, absolutely no one, has written your views on it yet. So, look around for topics and angles that are already taken off, and let the world hear your voice on an already popular theme. Trying to come up with something completely original every single time is exhausting. And it can also be a complete waste of effort if no one was interested in it anyway. Let's not be that writer, the one with no audience. Let's grab new readers with our views on the thing they're already thinking about. And when you've spotted your next topic, but you're still not quite sure how to write about it, well, if starting to write online about your hobbies and pastimes feels bigger than it should, grab my free new writer bundle. It gives you a year's worth of prompts, ready-to-use headline ideas, and simple readability tips, so you're off to a flying start. It's there to lower the friction and help you take a first step that actually feels doable. The link's in the description, or go straight to free.writingontheinternet.com. Cheers.